Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, and with the boys at an end, I thought I'd look at one of the biggest comments I see popping up on my videos. That is that Black Noir isn't dead.
Mysterio was right.
Stop. We don't, that's all.
Right.
Big conspiracy theories, and if you've got the comics, then you'll know he plays a big part in the end of Homelander's story, so to have him go out here feels like a misdirect. Showrunner Eric Kripke also teased that it might not be the last we see of him in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Throughout this video, we're going to be exploring whether he's still alive, how he could come back, and also the main thing that happens to him in the source material. If you enjoy the video, we'd massively appreciate the thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe for videos like this every day. With out of the way, huge thank you for clicking this. Now let's get into whether Black Noir is dead or not. Now episode 8 apparently features his demise, with Noir being murdered by Homelander. This all comes after Noir clearly shows that he knew Soldier Boy was his father, and that he now wants to kill him. Throughout the entire series, Homelander has wanted nothing more than a mother and father in his life, and he even ended up drinking Madeline Stillwell's breast milk after getting jealous over her son.
Breast milk, you made my day.
Therefore, this idea by Noir simply won't fly, and even though they've been besties since the day they first met, Homelander chooses the potential relationship with his father over the one that he already has with his friend. Now in the comics, it was revealed that Noir was a clone of Homelander, and that he'd been gaslighting the character throughout the entire run. Noir would dress up as him, go and kill some people, photograph it, and then send it to Homelander. He'd receive these images, see someone that looked like him with his powers set, but rather than being horrified, this just enabled him. He never got in trouble for this, and slowly it made him think that he could do whatever he wanted. This led to him creating a superhero uprising, and after he stormed the White House, Noir was given permission to take him down. Throughout his life, Noir had been told that he only had one purpose, which was to take out Homelander if he went rogue. So him sitting around and not being able to do this is what pushed him to set things up so that he'd finally be granted permission to kill him once and for all. Now the show set up early on that Homelander had X-ray vision, which kinda negated the clone thing, as he'd instantly be aware of who Noir was when he looked under his mask. What he saw was the deformed and damaged sympathetic figure that we ourselves learned about in Season 3. That's why Noir's death feels so painful, because he's killed whilst trying to help his friend. He never really stood a chance, and throughout his life, he's been overlooked and used by Vought as a weapon. This idea of using people as weapons is reflected in several characters in the season, such as Kimiko and Frenchie, the two which were used as a means to an end due to their skills. Now there is actually precedent for dead characters to return in the comics. Lamplighter, Nubia, and the Blarney Cock were killed in the source material, but they ended up coming back to life. This is because, in the comics, we learn V very much supercharges one's cells on every single level. Even upon death, the formula sparks up the brain, and it causes someone to rise up in a zombie-like state. Vought used this to their advantage in the source material, and after the death of his soups, they'd parade them round one final time. This would be a PR move to show that the soups were more than human, and it was meant to poke fun at comic books in general, killing off characters only for them to return down the line. Once the parade and public appearances were over, Vought would then ship them off, and Starlight even came across Lamplighter locked up in the Seven's hangar. He was very much just a zombie covered in his own feces, mumbling words and not really doing anything. Now in the case of Noir, they could do something similar. Stormfront already showed us that they can annihilate a character to the point that they're barely alive and still have them somewhat come back from it. She was stabbed in the eye and burnt to a crisp, but at the start of Season 3, at least, she was still alive and kicking. Well, not kicking, but you know what I mean. Now Noir has already had severe brain damage and he doesn't speak at all. They could probably bring him back much like how he was before, without people really noticing all that much. However, going beyond that, we also know that Noir has something in his brain that makes him completely subservient to Stan Edgar and Vought itself. During Season 2, he was very much just being ordered by Edgar as he sat in his office, and after Homelander took the reins of Vought, he seemed to unleash him on Maeve. Now this implant could be used as a way to control the zombified version of Noir in the future seasons. If he's resurrected, then they can pretty much use that as a way to rein him in, and it would be able to control his body. I'd love it if in Season 4, if he came back as a sort of Robocop type figure that was just being controlled by whoever is up at the top of Vought. Much like Robocop, we could have him throughout the season getting flashes of his death and who killed him. This could push him to break free of his programming and finally get revenge on Homelander. It would still fit in with the arc in the comics in which Noir kills him, but it would just add so much more to it. Robocop, much like Noir, is also a sympathetic figure that was controlled by a corporation. Lots of similarities between the pair, and even the fact that they both wear helmets that cover their heads. it could be something they do here. It is a reach as well, but moving on. Now, as mentioned earlier, Kripke sat down with Entertainment Weekly to discuss Noir. He said, "It's definitely not the last we've seen of Black Noir as a hero. It's just that the guy who was inside the Noir suit in Season 3, he's gone." Can't really do the voice, and you might be able to tell I've got COVID at the moment, so not sounding too good. The thumbs up button's right there for me soldiering through. Now, he later went on to say, "A character who is completely silent and in a black mask can be recast." So this clearly hints towards what they're going to do with Noir, and when you think about it, there's no reason to retire the suit. Absolutely no one outside of a select few know what Noir looks like, and there's several merchandise opportunities here that they'd be turning down if they got rid of him. There's also the fact that no one knows he's dead, and Vought clearly had a plan for how to react if he was ever killed. Both Supersonic and Maeve end up getting reports running for them on TV, which pay tribute to them, but we never get this happen in the case of Noir. Clearly Vought didn't run these because they want to keep up the idea that he's still alive, and the next Noir will just fill in the hole left behind by the last one without anyone noticing. Now, though I do like the RoboCop idea, I think just getting in someone new would be a great way to take things. I don't think they'll go the clone route, as they've already put in place the idea that Homelander can use X-ray vision to immediately see who it is. However, he could end up being used much in the same way that Noir was in the comics, namely as a contingency plan for Homelander. Ashley is now well aware of how dangerous that he is, and she could be recruiting Noir's replacement with this in mind. Now, there's not really anyone in the comics who matches the strength and ability of Homelander, therefore I kinda get the feeling that they'll invent a new character for this position. Everyone is always wondering who the show will use for the next season's main talking point, and after Stormfront and Soldier Boy left massive impacts, I'd love to see things take a new turn in the upcoming season. Noir could end up becoming the focus, and with a version of him already dying in Season 3, it would really hype things up for the next one. Who knows, this version might even talk, and it could be used as a wild card to potentially expose not only Vaught's secrets, but also the truth about the last Black Noir. Lots of things on the table, and hopefully this video has helped the Black Noir fans realise that there is hope we're going to see the strong and silent silhouette of him once more. I'd of course love to hear your thoughts though, so make sure you comment below and let me know. We are in competition right now, giving away 3 copies of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on the 15th of August, and all you have to do to be on the chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on the character. We pick the comments at random on the 15th, and the winners of the last one are on screen right now, so if that's you, message me on Twitter at HeavySpoilers. If you want something else to watch, then make sure you check out our breakdown of the fight between Homelander, Soldier Boy, and Billy Butcher. Such a good moment in the series, probably my favourite so far, and this is just going over why it works so well. If not, then thanks for sticking through the video. I've been Paul, I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.